September 18th, 1810, Father Miguel Hidalgo y Costilla, a local priest, stood in the town square above a gathered crowd. The Napoleonic Wars weakened Spain. Spain therefore went and tightened their grip on the colonies. The people of Mexico faced high taxes, a failing economy, and a great divide in the social hierarchy. Hidalgo called upon the people to rise against Spanish rule. His cry, later known as the Grito de Dolores, marked the beginning of the long Mexican War for independence. The response to Hidalgo's cry was immediate, spreading rapidly through the nation. Indigenous villagers, mestizos, and criollos, people of Spanish descent born in the Americas, rushed to join the cause. Hidalgo had found himself an army.
The rebel forces on the Mosillan Train won a good number of victories in battle. In 1810, they took the town of Guanajuato, and it was chaos. The army rushed in with brutal force. They did that for every city and town they came across. Spanish loyalists were not only overwhelmed, but also massacred. The loyalists then knew that this wasn't just some uprising. This was a full revolution.
Mexico was changing through Hidalgo's leadership, but the momentum wouldn't last long. By late October 1810, Hidalgo's forces marched toward Mexico City. Despite defeating the royalist troops in battle, the rebels hesitated. Momentum faltered. Mexico City would stay under Spanish rule. Instead, the rebel army would move north to Monclova. It was in that very town that Hidalgo and other leaders would be captured. Hidalgo would be charged with treason and be labeled as a traitor to the crown and the church. On July 31st, 1811, Miguel Hidalgo was executed by firing squad. But the revolution did not die with him. The war for independence would rage on. The rebels went through many leaders and many soldiers, all for the same goal. That goal would be reached a decade later. Finally, on September 27, 1821, Mexico achieved formal independence from Spain.
The Mexican struggle for independence carried many ideas inspired by the Enlightenment period. Those villagers fought for freedom and equality and strongly believed that they could rule themselves rather than some king from a far-off land. You can also say that the revolutions in America and France led the people to believe that overthrowing a monarch was even possible.
Although receiving their independence from Spain, struggles still remained.
There wasn't a solid government. There were still problems in the economy, and the social classes mainly stayed the same, mainly benefiting those who were already landowners. For the peasants, poverty and famine still struck the same as always. Different people, different leaders in power, but all the same issues. Now that begs the question, was it all worth it if everything just goes back to the way it was? Are changes really for the better?
Solo con usted, yo bailo con usted, nada más con usted, un beso donde esté,
No te puedo borrar, tú me enseñaste a querer, me enseñaste a bailar.
Y yo he tenido muchas noches